If you're looking for a holiday showstopper, then look no further. Today I'm going to show you how to make my mom's pineapple glazed ham. This vintage holiday ham recipe is right out of my mom's recipe box. It's easy to make and sure to impress all of your guests. I'm Christina with It Is a Keeper, and I share tried and true recipes that anyone can make. Like this pineapple glazed succulent ham. It's covered in studded pineapple rings and glazed with the sweet sauce. So let me show you how to make it. So the first thing we need to do to make this holiday ham is we have to prepare our pineapple rings. So I have here just some canned pineapple rings, and I've drained off the juice into a separate bowl that I have set aside. So we're going to take each ring and we're going to put 6 whole cloves into it. And you guys, this is my absolute favorite. I love when the pineapple rings caramelize and you get the flavor from the clove all through it. I don't know that there's anything better. So we're going to put about 6 cloves in each ring. And then I'm just going to set it aside and I'm going to repeat the process. So you don't want to skip this clove step. Okay, so all of our pineapple rings are studded with cloves. So now I'm just going to take some toothpicks and you can just break them in half. And for this recipe, you can do it either with a whole bone-in ham, or I'm using a spiral sliced ham just because I find they're easier to cut. I throw away the glaze that comes with it, and because we're going to make our own and make it delicious. So I just take the toothpicks and use them to affix these pineapple rings right to the top of the ham. So depending on the size of your ham, that's going to determine how many pineapple rings you actually need. And I think I can fit one more in here. All right. Now, we're not done. This is but step 1. Next up, we are going to place a maraschino cherry in the center of each pineapple ring. So this is like a total vintage recipe. I mean, you saw this in all the magazines back in the day. This classic ham recipe. But I'm telling you, it is absolutely delicious. My mom makes it for all the major holidays. This is her go-to ham recipe. And it's no wonder, it's so good. Okay, so there we go. We have our pineapples are all done with our cloves and our cherries. It looks good, and those cloves smell so good. So we have one other thing we need to do here. We need to add some 7-Up or lemon lime soda, or you could use ginger ale, whichever you prefer. I'm going to add maybe a cup or so to the baking dish. And you'd think it would make it sweet, but it doesn't. What's nice about it is the sweet from the soda kind of counteracts the saltiness of the ham, and it turned out so good. Next thing we need to do is we're going to loosely tent this with some foil. Doesn't have to be perfectly tight, just a loose tent. And then we're going to pop it in the oven for a few hours. When it comes out, we're going to make this delicious glaze that goes on top, and it's pure perfection. So while our ham is baking in the oven, we're going to work on the glaze. So it starts with some brown sugar. To that, we're going to add some Dijon mustard. Get that out of there. And last but not least, that reserved pineapple juice that we didn't throw away from the can. We're gonna pour all of that in. And we're gonna whisk it until everything comes together. We're gonna bring this to a boil. So it's starting to come to a boil here, which is exactly what we're looking for. So our ham is almost done. I'm just going to take that glaze and spoon it generously over top of the ham. And what's great with a spiral ham is all this deliciousness gets down into each piece of ham. So good. But if you are using a whole ham, you should have scored it across the top, so that will also allow all these juices to get in. Okay, so now once we have our glaze on it, we're gonna pop it back in the oven, and every 10 minutes we're gonna take it out and baste it again until all of our glaze is gone. So there we have it, our show-stopping ham. It looks absolutely amazing. Now before you serve it, make sure you pull all those toothpicks out of the pineapples and cherries. Nobody wants to bite into a toothpick, but I'll tell you what I do want to bite into, this ham. I need to take a taste here. I'm gonna go right off of this front piece. And that's what's great about the spiral hams, is they're so easy to cut. And I'm also going to take a bit, my favorite part is the pineapple. So I'm gonna take this little bit of pineapple over here. I'm gonna pull the clove out. Nobody wants to eat a whole clove either. All right, I'm going in. This is absolutely divine. I would probably fight you for that pineapple right now. It is so good. I love the way it caramelizes and gets a little crunchy, how it got a little overcooked there on the edges. It's like the best part. And that glaze is just perfect. You guys, this is an amazing holiday ham recipe. This pineapple glazed ham is definitely a keeper. So what's your favorite side dish for ham? I love smashed potatoes with mine. Let me know your favorites in the comments, and if you want my favorite smashed potato recipe, check out this video. Thanks for watching. You can get the full printable recipe in the video description below. I'll see you next time. Bye.